I'm starting to wish the NBA stood for no bitch assness because it appears that they are just a bunch of puppets, and the Democrats have their hand up there behind and just animating them.
Steve Kerr, your man Steve Kerr, and Ime Udoka of the Boston Celtics, they led their teams in wearing T-shirts that said "End gun violence." And from what I understand, when people saw those T-shirts in Game 2, man, just people all over the country just threw their guns away. The Crips and the Bloods brought out a peace pipe and sat down and just ended their feud. People on the south side of Chicago, west side of Chicago, just, what do we got these guys? What are we shooting each other for? Didn't you see those T-shirts? The problem's fixed. These T-shirts have done it, and so I just want to give you the opportunity to celebrate the Celtics and the Warriors for ending gun violence.
Yeah, even the Hatfields and McCoys put away their rifles. Here's the thing that really bothers me about Steve Kerr doing this. It is such virtue signaling. And I was on a chat Sunday night hosted by Ock Nation, and we had a discussion over this. On that very same weekend, there was a huge gathering that turned violent in Philadelphia. Something that happens not every day, but happens often. And this point was brought up by all of us. Because again, is this about all gun violence or just certain gun violence that can be politicized? But look at the landscape of America, and you look at the actual crime rates and the murder rates that are at the hands of guns, most of them which are often illegal. And as Mash Toure explained to you a couple days ago, a lot of these cities that have these high homicide rates with guns are actually gun-free zones in theory. But look at Philadelphia. They have an NBA team. The Baltimore, D.C. area, they have an NBA team. Los Angeles, we have 2 LA NBA franchises out here. Memphis has an NBA franchise. New Orleans has an NBA franchise. Minnesota has an NBA franchise. They all have various rates of homicide, violent crimes with guns. Would Steve Kerr ever go into those cities with the shirt saying, guys, we got to end this gun violence, self-destruction, we're headed for self-destruction, let's just turn in our firearms, let's sing Kumbaya. Or what's that other song? We're all in the same gang. He wouldn't do it. This is just grandstanding. It is typical Steve Kerr. I don't know what else to say other than the fact that it's an empty gesture. This is basically the newish hashtag that he's wearing for about a week.
I actually think they're going to wear it longer than a week, because this whole gun violence thing is the new COVID, is the new Black Lives Matter. It's the new thing the media is going to focus on and spotlight. And so anytime they can, and again, I'm not even saying they should ignore it. When 21 people get killed and Uvalde, Texas, of course it's a major story. But now the media is going out of its way to and they all just want to, most of them all want to just point to the same problem. It's the guns.
Right.
It's never culture. It's never gangs. And that's what I'm looking at these guys in gun violence. How about in gang culture?
Right.
How about in the violent culture that solves all conflicts with more violence?
I'm starting to wish the NBA stood for no bitch assness because it appears that they are just a bunch of puppets, and the Democrats have their hand up there behind and just animating them. Whenever they have something that they want to do, that's when the NBA stands up. And it really irritates me, like you said, because these are black athletes. You know what is happening in inner cities, in the black communities. I've never seen them speak out mostly on any topic until the media says, this is the topic of the time. This is when you say something. Now that the Democrats are on this big gun grab, now we want to talk about gun violence. When we've had people dying in our communities for years and they haven't pushed this. And so that really irritates me, and I'm sick of them just being puppets for the Democrat Party.
I'm